Hi, good morning. Online people, can you please confirm me? Are you able to listen my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about screen share? Hope you are able to see my screen.
Yeah, sir. It's visible.
Okay, thank you. So actually, as part of yesterday's session, what we discussed? We discussed about what is cloud, and we discussed about what is cloud computing, and we discussed about what is meant by on-premise systems, and we discussed about advantages of the cloud, and we discussed about what types of cloud we are having in the market. So these are the few of the topics we covered as part of our yesterday's session. Just quickly we'll recap about these topics and we'll go with our today's topics Sunday. So actually, what is meant by on-premise? If we are going to maintain all the databases or mainframe systems or software, servers, operating system and network, everything, if we are maintaining our own, that kind of system we can able to call it as nothing but on-premise system. Here we are not taking any virtually, everything we are taking it as a physically only. We are going to maintain the physical servers. In those servers, physically we are going to load the operating systems. There physically we are loading the softwares. Indirectly, all these activities we are taking ourselves manually. So such kind of system simply we can able to call it as nothing but on-premise systems. Okay. But what is the disadvantage of the on-premise system? Because of the on-premise system, what is going to happen? We need to do everything manually, and it is a kind of a time-consuming activity. It is a kind of a time-consuming activity. At the same time, if you want to scale your applications, it will take a lot of time. Or if you want to increase the number of servers, it will take a lot of time. Or if you want to upgrade your softwares, it will take a lot of time. So which is nothing but on the on-premise system, if you want to do all these kind of activities, and if you want to do any scalability operations, or if you want to upgrade the software operations, it is going to take a lot of time. That is the one disadvantage. Other than that, one is the time consuming activity. Next one, it's a very costly operation. So actually, these are some kind of disadvantages we are having with our on-premise system. So to overcome all these kind of disadvantages, what we are doing here, we are migrating to the cloud platforms only. So that's the reason here, actually, to overcome all these kind of disadvantages, what is happening in the real time? Most of the companies slowly migrating to the cloud from the on-premise. From the on-premise to cloud, they are migrating to overcome all these kind of disadvantages in our real-time systems. Okay. So what is the cloud? Yesterday we discussed the cloud refers to network or internet, or we can able to say if we are going to get the services over the internet or network by using the private network or by using the public network, that kind of system only we can able to call it as nothing but cloud. What are the different types of networks we are having? WAN, LAN, VPN. WAN is nothing but wide area network, LAN is nothing but local area network, and VPN is nothing but virtual private network. And next we discuss about the what is cloud computing. What is meant by cloud computing? If we are going to manipulate or configure or deploy in the applications manually or by using the cloud services. By using cloud services or by using the cloud resources over the internet, that kind of operations only we can able to call it as nothing but cloud computing operations. So if we are going to manipulate or configure or deploy in the applications by using any one of the cloud service or by using any one of the cloud resources over the internet, that kind of operation only we can able to call it as nothing but cloud computing operations. Okay. And this is the one we discussed already. So all these activities above we discussed that we are doing all these activities manually. But if you are going to use the cloud platforms, what will happen? All these activities, your cloud platform will take automatically. And what are the different cloud platforms we are having in the market? AWS, GCP, Azure, Oracle Cloud, Alibaba. So like this, we are having the so many cloud platforms. But as part of our classes, which cloud platform we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss the GCP. And coming to advantages of the cloud, what are the advantages? Easy scalability, very flexible to use, pay as you use, effective services, those are going to provide because of the competition, high availability, fault tolerance, partitioning, move to computation. All these are the advantages which we are having because of using the cloud. And other than this, we discussed about one more topic. What types of the clouds we are having? What types of clouds we are having? We are having 4 types. What are those? Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. Those all are the different types of the clouds we are having in the market. Okay, so all these are the topics we covered as part of our yesterday's session. And so only thing here is every day, whenever we are going to send the notes, please go through all these topics. After completion of the class, please go through all the notes which I am sending in the Telegram group or in the Gmail, through the Gmails, whatever the notes which I'm sending, please go through all those notes only. That is one thing. Other than that, sometimes I will share handouts also. Please go through both. Okay, so whatever the notes which we are sending after completion of the class, please go through it once. At the same time, sometimes what I will do here, I am going to send the handouts. Don't expect the handouts every day only. For example, yesterday we discussed about some topics and today we are going to discuss about the some topics. All these topics are falling under the cloud computing concepts. For entire cloud computing, I will send one handout. In that handout, you are not going to see any new things only. Whatever the topics we discussed as part of our classes, everything you can able to see in that handout. So with that, what will happen? Whenever you want, you can able to refer the notes. At the same time, whenever you want, you can refer the handout. With that, you can able to recap all the previous sessions. In parallel, if you are taking any running notes, that is well and good. If you want, you can go through your running notes also. But from my side, I will send the notes. At the same time, I will send the handouts also. Please go through all these on daily basis. With that, you can able to easily recap what we discussed as part of our classes. Is it clear? Okay. Now, today we'll start discussing about what types of services we are having in cloud. So what all are the different types of services we are having in cloud? That is the one more topic which we are going to cover in the today's session. So we can able to say first one is IaaS, which is nothing but infrastructure as service. Second one we are going to cover SaaS, which is nothing but software as service. Third one, PaaS, which is nothing but platform as service. And next one, storage as service. Next one, database as service. And function as service. Big data analytics as service. ML as service. IoT as service. Containers as service. So like this, we are having the different types of the services in the cloud. But at the high level, if you ask me, I can able to say on broadly, we can able to say these three are the main services which we are going to use as part of our cloud systems only. But if you are going to work as a cloud data engineer, we are going to work on the storage services, we are going to work on the database services, and we are going to work on the big data services. That's the reason better to have knowledge about the other services also. But in generally, if you are going to search in the Google, what they will do here, they are going to provide the information about the IaaS, SaaS, and PaaS, which is nothing but infrastructure as service, software as service, and platform as service. Okay, now we'll try to understand one by one. So before trying to understand all these things one by one only, on-premise systems, what are the things we are going to maintain manually? One is servers. On the on-premise system, we are going to maintain the servers manually, and networking we are going to maintain manually. After that, operating systems, which we are going to maintain manually, and in the operating systems we are going to load the softwares, that also we are going to perform manually. Just at the high level, if you see here, servers, networking, operating systems, softwares, all these are the things we are handling manually on our on-premise system in our real-time systems. Okay, now here we need to understand, if we are going to use the cloud, what is going to happen? Do we need to maintain all these things manually, or your cloud will provide all these things? Your cloud will provide all these things only. But if you observe here, out of all these things, I will add one more thing, virtual machines. Okay, now tell me here, out of all these things, do we have any infrastructure and software related things, or all these are related to infrastructure? Out of all these things, what all are the related to infrastructure things? Servers is infrastructure, networking is infrastructure, virtual machines are nothing but infrastructure. Now tell me, operating system, can we call it as infrastructure? No, right? Software, can we call it as a infrastructure? No. Okay. So operating system is nothing but this is a platform, and so in your laptops also, either Windows or Mac, if you want to install any kind of software, first what we need to maintain? We need to maintain the operating system. Indirectly, we can able to say operating system is nothing but it's a kind of a platform. Once the platform is ready, on top of that, what we can do here, you can able to install the softwares, or you can able to update the softwares by depending on the requirement. Now see here, if you want to install the software, what is the prerequisite? Platform, which is nothing but operating system. But if you want to install the operating system, what is the prerequisite? You should have a machine, right? You should have a laptop. Without having the laptop, can we able to install everything? We can't able to install everything, which is nothing but if you want to install the operating systems, or if you want to maintain the platform, what is required? Here we need to maintain the virtual machines, and we need to, if you are going to maintain the virtual machines, in between all those virtual machines, we need to maintain the network. At the same time, if you are going to install the databases or anything, we need to maintain the servers also. By considering that, we can able to say out of all these things, what are the physical things, what are the infrastructure related things? These three are, we can able to call it as a infrastructure. This is infrastructure. Networking is infrastructure. Virtual machines are also infrastructure. What about operating systems?
Platform.
This indirectly we can call it as a platform. And what about softwares? This we can able to call it normal software only. Okay. So this is the way we are going to have the different types of the categories which we are going to use as part of our cloud and So here broadly we can able to see we are going to use the infrastructure activities we are going to perform, and we are going to perform the platform related activities, and we are going to perform the software related activities. For example, if I am going to perform all these activities manually, that kind of system, what we can able to say? On-premise systems. Okay. Now, for example, I am moving to the cloud. I am going to use a service. In that service, by default, they are going to provide all the infrastructure related things, but you need to take care of the platform and you need to take care of the software. Okay, just I will repeat the same statement. If we are going to use the cloud, if they are going to provide the service, in that service, if they are going to provide all the infrastructure, but you yourself need to take care of the platform, you yourself need to take care of the softwares. In the situation, such kind of service only we can able to call it as nothing but IaaS. So just I will type here. In cloud service, if they are going to take care of servers, networking, virtual machines, or we can able to say all infra related activities. Such kind of service we can call it as IaaS, which is nothing but infrastructure as service. And in a cloud service, if they are going to take care of all the servers and networking and virtual machines and storage layers, all these kind of infra related activities, if they are taken themselves, such kind of service only we can able to call it as nothing but IaaS. Okay. In the same way, based on this statement, you try to give the answer. What is meant by SaaS? Or we'll go with the PaaS first. So see here, I am going to use the same statement only. In cloud service, if they are going to take care of platform related activities. What is meant by platform here? We can able to say operating systems and middleware systems. So middleware systems are nothing but our databases or other things. And if they are going to take care of the operating systems, and if they are going to take care of the middleware systems as a service, such kind of service only we can able to call it as nothing but PaaS. Okay. Once you understand one service, it is very easy to understand about the remaining services. And in the IaaS service, what they are doing here, they are going to take care of all the infrastructure related activities. As a user or as a developer, where you need to focus, you need to focus on only platform and you need to focus only on the software side. We are not going to focus anything on the infrastructure side. But what about the PaaS? In the PaaS, what is going to happen? They are going to provide the infrastructure and also they are going to provide the platform also. With that, as a developer, for what thing we need to focus? You need to focus on only the software development activities. No need to focus on the infrastructure. No need to focus on the platform. Your cloud service will take care of everything. Now see here, for example, we are using the operating system. Today we are using the X version. Tomorrow they are migrating to Y. For example, if you are going to use a PaaS service only, do we need to worry about all these things? Who will do the migration of your platform automatically? Your cloud service will take care of migration of each and everything automatically. From our side, here we are not going to worry about how I need to migrate the platform or how we need to maintain the infrastructure or how I need to scale the infrastructure. All those things, no need to worry. Okay, just we'll repeat the one more time. Coming to IaaS, as a developer, do we need to worry about the platform and do we need to worry about the software? What is the answer? No. Here, answer is yes and so actually just sorry here. Sorry for confusion. As a developer, here we need to take care of platform and software related activities. What's the reason? Because here we are getting the only infrastructure from the cloud service. That's the reason as a developer here we need to take care of the platform and software related activities. But if we are going to use the PaaS service, then what we can able to say? As a developer here, do we need to take care of the platform? No. If you are going to use the PaaS, what is going to happen? They are going to provide the infrastructure and also they are only going to take care of the platform. That's the reason as a developer here we need to take care of only software related activities. What is meant by software related activities? Are we going to install the softwares only? No, right? So we are going to install the softwares at the same time in parallel. We will take care of our development activities. So whatever the development activities which we are going to perform, those development activities also we are going to focus on. Indirectly, whenever we are going to use a PaaS, as a developer, just we are focusing on our development activities. We are not focusing on the infrastructure. We are not focusing on the platform. Okay. Now in the same way, third one, SaaS. So what we can able to say here? In cloud service, if they are going to take care of software related activities also. What is meant by software related activities? From the beginning onwards, we're discussing software related activities. What it means? Installation of the software or upgradation of the software. Whenever the software is doing any kind of upgradation in our systems also, we need to perform the upgradations and the installation of the softwares and upgradation of the softwares only we can able to call it as nothing but software related activities. In a cloud service, if they are going to take care of the software related activities also, such kind of services we can able to call it as nothing but SaaS. But tell me here, if we are going to use the SaaS as a developer, are we going to perform any kind of activities here? As a developer, we are not going to perform any kind of activities only, because here what they will do, they are providing the infra, they are only providing the platform, they are only providing the softwares also, which is nothing but end-to-end systems are available as part of our SaaS services. Any example for the SaaS service as per our knowledge? Gmail, can we call it as a SaaS? Are we developing anything in the Gmail? No, right? So Gmail is working on the cloud or Gmail is working on the on-premise? Gmail is working on the cloud. But in the cloud, are we doing any activities in the infra side? No. Are we doing any activities in the platform side? No. Are we doing any development activities? No. Which is nothing but we are not taking care of anything only. So which is nothing but if they are only providing the infra, if they are only providing the platform, if they are only performing the software development activities, such kind of services only we can call it as nothing but SaaS. If they are providing only the infra, which we can call it as a IaaS. If they are providing the infra plus platform, that we can call it as nothing but PaaS. If they are providing infra plus platform plus software also, such kind of services only we can call it as nothing but SaaS service. Okay. Just I want to give the pause here for 1 minute. Any questions up to here? Online people or offline people? Is it clear? Okay. Now just we'll see one diagram.
Sir,
Yes.
Can you repeat the SAS with example?
Okay, so here I will show you this diagram, and with this diagram you can get a clear picture about the SAS. So someone is asking, can you repeat the SAS? We'll see this example in this diagram. With this diagram you can understand what is meant by SAS one more time, what is meant by IAS one more time, what is meant by PAS also one more time. And as we discussed on-premise system, what are the things we are going to maintain? Networking, servers and softwares. And other than this, we are having some other things also. But if I'm going to mention all these things, what will happen? You will get the confusion. That's the reason I used only limited number of words. And what are those? Servers, networking, softwares, databases. So like this, I use the only few things. But if you are going to work in the real-time systems, what is going to happen? On-premise, we can able to see all these kind of things. What are those? One is networking, storage, service, virtualization, operating systems, middleware is nothing but our databases and other things, and our runtime systems, data and applications. All these are the things we are going to maintain on-premise, whether we are going to maintain this manually or automatically. All these things we are going to maintain manually. That's the reason here you can able to see what we mentioned. You are managing all these things on top of our on-premise system. Now coming to infra side, what we are discussing, out of all these, whatever the infra activities we are having, those infra activities will taken care by your IAS service. Out of all these things, what are the infra activities? And networking is a infra activity, storage is a infra activity, servers are the infra activity, virtualization is nothing but it's a one more infra activity. All these are the infra activities will taken care by your infra IAS service. But if you observe here in the IAS service, what are the remaining things they are not taking care? OS platform, which we need to take care, and softwares or data or applications. Who need to take care of all these things? We need to take care of all these things. They are taking care of the only infra related activities. That's the reason this kind of service only we are calling it as nothing but IAS, or we can call it as a infrastructure as a service. In the same way,
what is infrastructure?
what is infrastructure? See, servers or storage or this networking, all these are nothing but infrastructure. So for example, if you are going to construct the building, what is the infrastructure? Iron, cement, all these are the infrastructure. If you are going to construct the building, so we are considering iron and cement and all these are nothing but our infrastructure. In the same way, if you are going to build a application, what is required? We need to have the servers, we need to have a networking, we need to have a storage, we need to have all the things. So all these things only what we can able to call, we can call it as a infrastructure. Now you tell me here, without having all this infrastructure, can we be able to build any kind of software? For example, without having the laptop, can we be able to install the MySQL? No, right? Now here, what is the infrastructure? Your laptop is a infrastructure, which is nothing but what is the laptop? It is a machine. Okay. So within the machine only what we are doing here, we are installing the softwares or we are performing our development activities, and that only we can call it as infrastructure. From the cloud perspective, what we can able to say? Servers, storage, networking, all these things we can able to call it as a infrastructure. If cloud service is providing only infra related things, that service only we can call it as a infrastructure as a service. In the same way, coming to, if you see this one here, what they are providing? They are providing the infra plus they are providing the platform also, which is nothing but they are providing the operating system, they are providing the runtime environment, they are providing the middleware systems, and all these three will comes under the platform. They are providing the infra and also they are providing the platform also. If they are providing both infra plus platform, such kind of service what we can able to call here, we can call it as a platform as a service. But if you see the third layer, in the third layer what they are providing? They are providing all, which is nothing but they are providing the infra plus they are providing the platform plus who is going to handle the data? They are only handling the data. And who is building the applications? They are only building the application. If you see the first one and second one here, who need to deal with the data in the IAS service or platform service? As a developer, you are going to deal with the data. As a developer, you are going to build the applications. But coming to third layer, what is happening in the third service? Your cloud service only is going to take care of the data, and your cloud service only is going to take care of the application development also. Such kind of services only what we are calling here, we are calling it as a software as a service. What is the example I given? Gmail. In the Gmail example, what is happening? Who is going to maintain the infra? Google. Who is going to maintain the platform for the Gmail? Google. Who build the Gmail application? Google. Are we doing any activity? No, but we are using the Gmail indirectly. You are using a cloud system, but in that cloud system, we are not building anything, and you are not doing any infra activity. You are not doing any platform activity. You are not doing any development activity or software related activity. That kind of service, what we can able to call, we can call it as nothing but software as a service. This is the way, by using this diagram, simply you can able to understand what is meant by on-premise, what is meant by IaaS, what is meant by PaaS, and what is meant by SaaS. Okay.
Data means which data they will provide.
Here, okay. So for example, if you take the Gmail example, and in the Gmail example, whenever we are going to send the mails or whenever we are going to send the any attachments, all those things can we call it as a data or not? As part of software as service, whenever we are going to send a mail, we are writing a content, or whenever we are going to send a mail, we are going to add a attachment where all these things are going to store internally. In the back end, it is storing all those things, right? So that only we can call it as a data. Okay. So here don't think about our table data and files data only. Whatever the data we are sending through the Gmail, or whatever the attachment you are sending through the Gmail. So where it is going to store indirectly, all that is storing in the cloud, and that only what we can able to call your attachments or your content. That only we can call it as a data here. But do we need to worry about where all this data is storing? No, your cloud will taking care of storing the data and storing the attachments. That only we are calling it as a data in the SaaS service. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions up here? Is it clear? Now see here. Here why we are saying that other managers. Here we are saying that you are managing, because all these are the things we are doing manually. For that reason, here we are mentioning it as a you manage. But coming to here, other managers is nothing but your cloud services are going to take care of all these activities only. But tell me, these other managers will come under the only SaaS or under the PaaS also? These other managers will come under the only SaaS or PaaS also. It is comes under only SaaS only, because in the PaaS, what we are doing? We are doing some activities. What is it? We are dealing with the data. We are building the application. That's the reason here also we are performing some activities manually. But coming to here, all the activities will be taken care by your cloud service only. That's the reason here we can able to say all these activities will taken care by your other managers. What is meant by other here? Your cloud service. What is meant by you? We are doing it manually. So this is the way we can understand what are the things we are handling in the on-premise, what are the things we are handling in the IaaS, what are the things we are maintaining in the PaaS, and what are the things we are maintaining in the SaaS. Okay. Now, by understanding all these things, if you don't have any kind of questions, you try to give the answer in the real time. Who is going to use the SaaS? Who is going to use the PaaS? And who is going to use the IaaS? Any guesses? In the real time, who is going to take care of the IaaS, or who is going to use the IaaS? As a developer, are we going to do the any activities in IaaS? If you see this diagram, who will take care of all the IaaS activities? Your DevOps team. Your DevOps engineers are going to use the system services called as a IaaS service. And as a developer, which service we are going to use? We are going to use the PaaS services. Here immediately some people can able to get the question. Sorry, as a DevOps people, what activities they will do in the IaaS? Already cloud only providing the infrastructure. Then what activities they are providing here as a DevOps people? See here, all the platform related activities and the installation of the platform or installation of the middleware applications or building the runtime application. All these who will take care? Your DevOps people. Okay. Now tell me, if you are going to work as a cloud data engineer, do you have any kind of knowledge on the platform? No. Do you have any kind of knowledge on the middleware systems? No. Do you have any kind of knowledge on the, what is the third one? Yeah, do you have any kind of knowledge on the runtime environment? No. But who is going to have knowledge about all those things? Andy, your DevOps teams are going to have knowledge about all such kind of things. That's the reason your DevOps people will take care of your IaaS service. Now, as a cloud data engineer, where we are going to work? Or as a developer, where we are going to perform our activities? By using the PaaS service, because here we are not installing, here we are not taking any activities on the infra side, here we are not taking any activities on the platform side. But what we are going to perform? We are going to create a pipelines to read the data, to write the data, or to apply the transformations on the data. Who is going to do all these kind of activities? And as a developer, you are performing all those activities. So where we are going to perform all these kind of activities? By using the PaaS service, we are going to perform all such kind of activities. Okay. Now you tell me, as a developer, are we going to perform any operations here? No, right? Then tell me, who is going to use the SaaS service? If you are going to use a Gmail, who are you for
End
the
user.
Gmail? Who are
End
you for
user.
the Gmail? You are the
User.
end user for the Gmail, and indirectly we can able to say all the SaaS services are going to use by the end users. Here they mentioned as a CEO, or simply we can call it as a end user. For example, we are using the WhatsApp. For WhatsApp, are we the DevOps people, or we the developer, or we the users? We are the users.
Users.
In the same way, if you are going to use the Zoom, for the Zoom, you are the developer or you are the user? You are the user. Okay. If you are using any application, those people we can call it as a users only. So when we can able to use the application, they are taking care of the infra, they are taking care of the platform, they are only taking care of the development of the application. So after completion of all those activities, then as a user, you are coming into the picture, you are going to use the Gmail, or you are going to use the Zoom, or you are going to use any other application. That's the reason here we can able to say, come into SaaS. Who all are the users? We all are the end users for the SaaS. But coming to PaaS, who all are the users, Sandy? We can able to say developers are nothing but the users on the PaaS service. Coming to IaaS, we can able to say DevOps are the users for the IaaS. This is the way we can able to understand when to use the SaaS, when to use the PaaS, and when to use the IaaS service. Okay. Any questions up to here? Again, please ask me. It's very simple, Andy. So just we are elaborating much, but in the simple words, we can able to say if any service taking care of the infra activities, that service is IaaS. Who is going to take care of that? DevOps. If any service is taking care of the infra plus platform, that kind of service we can call it as a PaaS. Who all are going to use the PaaS? As a developer, we are going to use it. And if any service is going to take care of the infra plus platform plus soft applications development activity also, that kind of service we can call it as a SaaS. Who all are the users? We all are the end users of the SaaS service. This is the way in the simple terms we can able to understand what is the IaaS, what is the PaaS, and what is the SaaS. Okay. Still, if you are having any questions, please ask me here. Any questions or any confusions? It's clear, right? Okay. Now we'll try to understand about the remaining services, Andy. See here next what we are having, storage as a service. Now, if cloud providers are itself, they are going to provide the storage operation, that kind of service only we can call it as nothing but storage as service, Andy. If cloud providers itself are going to provide storage options, such kind of service we can call it as storage as service. Actually, we are having the three different types of storages, Andy. One is object storage, other one is file storage, another one is block storage. So like this, we are having the different types of the storages. Actually, in the next coming classes, we are going to discuss about the one of the GCP service called as a GCS, which is nothing but Google Cloud Storage. And at that point of time, we are going to discuss about the what is the object storage, what is the file storage, and what is the block storage. But here, just to try to understand what is meant by storage as service. And if your cloud providers are itself is going to provide the storage also, that kind of service we can call it as a storage as service. Based on your knowledge in the AWS, what is the storage service we are going to use? Any idea? In AWS set,
S3.
what is the storage service we are going to use? We are using
S3.
S3. In the same way, coming to GCP, we are using the storage service called as a GCS. GCS is nothing but Google Cloud Storage. Yeah, it's my mistake. Sorry. GCS, which is nothing but Google Cloud Storage, which is nothing but if you are going to use the Google Cloud Platform, do we need to worry about where I need to store the data? For example, if you are maintaining your laptop, what we need to do, we need to worry about the laptop, because in the laptop we are going to have the 500 GB data, or we are going to have the 1 TB space. Once that 1 TB is going to complete, then what we need to do? We need to worry where I need to store the remaining data, Andy. But if you are going to use the Google Cloud Platform, or if you are going to use the AWS Cloud Platform, do we need to worry about the storage? No, because they are going to provide the unlimited storage option. But the only thing is nothing but we need to pay the money. If you are going to use the 10 GB storage location, we need to pay the amount. If you are going to use the 20 GB storage location, we need to pay the amount. But do we need to worry about the storage? For example, in your project, you are going to deal with the terabytes of the data or petabytes of the data, and in the situation, do we need to worry about the storage if we are going to use the cloud? If you are going to use the cloud, no need to worry about the storage because they are providing the storage as a service. By using that, you can able to maintain the terabytes of data or petabytes of data by depending on your requirement. But what is the problem here? Only thing, we need to pay the money. If you are using the more storage, we need to pay the more amount. If you are using the less storage, then we need to pay the only less amount. But from the maintenance perspective, no need to worry here because they are providing the unlimited storage option by default. That kind of service only we are calling it as nothing but storage as service. Okay. Now next one we can able to call database as service. Now tell me, in the yesterday's 11:45 class, we discussed about the MySQL. At the end of the class, what I told you, we need to install the MySQL in our laptop system, which is nothing but if you are using the laptops or if you are using the on-premise system, who need to take care of the database installations and everything? You yourself has to take care of the database installation. In the same way, that is the installation activity only. But if you are going to work in the real time, we are going to use the database. Every user is going to use the same database or different people are going to use the different databases in a real-time project. In a real-time project, if we are having the 10 developers, all the 10 developers are going to use the same database system. But tell me, all these 10 people are going to have the same user ID password or everyone is going to have the different user ID and different password? Everyone is going to have the different user ID and different password ID. But tell me, who is going to create all those user IDs and passwords in the real time? Your admin team, which is nothing but as a DBA database administrator, they need to take care of the admin activities if you are going to handle the databases on the on-premise systems only. But if you are going to use the cloud, who is going to take care of the installation of database? Your cloud will take care of the installation. In the same way, admin activities also your cloud only will take care automatically. That's the reason here we are calling it as cloud is going to provide the one more service called as a database as service. What it meant? We are not doing any kind of installations. We are no need to worry about any kind of admin activities because they are giving database as a service. So here I can able to mention, while using this service, no need to worry about database installations and admin related activities. As part of using the database as a service, here what I'm saying here, while using this service, no need to worry about the database installations and no need to worry about the any kind of admin related activities. And based on your knowledge, I know most of the people don't know about the AWS and GCP and based on your knowledge, in the AWS side, what is the database as service we are having? Any idea? We are having RDS only. So in the AWS side, we are having one service called as a RDS. By using the RDS in the AWS, we can able to handle our database activities. But coming to GCP side, we are having Google Cloud SQL. Online people, whomever not talking, can you please go on mute? Getting some disturbance. Okay, thank you. So in the AWS, we are using the RDS, and coming to GCP, we are using the Google Cloud SQL for the purpose of maintaining our databases. And in the coming classes, we are going to discuss about the Google Cloud SQL, how we are going to use it. And in the coming classes, we are going to discuss about the Google Cloud Storage. But whenever I'm calling the Google Cloud Storage, what it is, what kind of service it is? It is a storage as service. Whenever I'm going to use the Google Cloud SQL, what type of service it is? This is the database as a service. Okay. In the same way, we are having one more service called as a big data service. Okay. Actually, till 3-4 years back only, whenever you want to maintain the big data system on the on-premise, we need to maintain the so many clusters manually. At the same time, we need to take care of all the admin activities also manually on the on-premise system. Okay. When we are going to deal with the big data, whenever you are handling the large volumes of the data, or whenever you are dealing the large volumes of the unstructured data, in such kind of situations, we are going to use the big data systems only. But if you want to maintain the on-premise big data system, what things we need to maintain? We need to maintain the so many clusters. We need to maintain the so many machines. As we discussed earlier, if you want to maintain the so many machines or so many clusters, what will happen manually? It will take a lot of time and we need to spend a lot of money. But if you are going to use the cloud, what they are doing here, they are providing the option called as a big data as a service, which is nothing but from our side, no need to worry about how to maintain the clusters. From our side, no need to worry about how I can able to maintain the huge volumes of data, or from our side, no need to worry about how I need to do the admin activities on the cluster. Who is going to take care of all those things? Your cloud will take care of all those things, and such kind of service only here we can call it as nothing but big data as service. Okay, here I can able to say, while using big data to handle big volumes of data and to handle large clusters and to handle admin activities in cloud, we are using big data as service. Again, the same question. If you know, try to give the answer. In the AWS, what is the big data service we are going to use? Any idea? We are going to use the EMR&D, and coming to GCP side, here we are going to use the data prop. We are going to use the data prop for the purpose of maintaining our big data as a service. Okay, and again, same thing in our coming classes, we are going to discuss about the data prop in detail from the GCP side. But whenever we are discussing about the data prop, what kind of service it is? That is the big data as a service. Okay, in the same way, we are having one more thing called as a FAS, which is nothing but function as service. This is one of the very interesting thing. Any guesses what is meant by function as service? I hope all these are very easy to understand. Just here they are providing the storage, they are providing the database. That's the reason we are calling it as a storage as service. Here we are calling it as a database as service. With this understanding, just to try to give the answer, what is meant by FAS, function as service? So see here, what will happen is, in this service, just we are going to build the code. No need to worry about softwares or infra related things. Try to understand the statement, Andy. So in the FAS service, what we are doing here, just you are going to build the code. Generally, if you are going to use the data prop, or if you are going to use the other services, and I will take the example of the data prop. In the data prop, you need to build the code, and if you want to run the code, we need to create the clusters. We need to define how many servers you want, or what is the storage capacity you want. So like this, we need to provide some kind of basic inputs, Andy. So in the data prop side, whenever you are going to run the code, we need to give some kind of basic inputs, which are nothing but we need to specify the number of servers, and we need to specify the RAM capacity, and all these things we need to provide when we are going to use the data prop. But when we are going to use the FAS, Andy, here no need to provide any kind of thing. Just what we are doing here, we are going to build the code, we are deploying it on the FAS service. Your FAS service automatically will take care of the software related activities. Your FAS automatically will take care of the infra related activities. For example, here I am writing Python code, and I am going to deploy this Python code. I am writing some Python code. I am deploying this Python code on the FAS service. Actually, if you want to run the Python code, first what need to happen? We need to have the Python software installation. But whenever we are going to deploy this code into the FAS, and here your FAS service automatically can understand this is the Python code, and with that it will try to execute this entire Python code on the Python run environment, which is nothing but just you are building the code. No need to worry about how it is going to run, or no need to worry about how I need to maintain the servers, or no need to worry about how I need to maintain the other things. And just you are building the code, you are deploying that code into the FAS service. Your FAS service will take care of the software related things. Your FAS service will take care of the language related things. Your FAS service will take care of the infra related things. All those activities automatically will taken care by your FAS service. Okay, this is the one more service which we can able to see as part of our cloud systems. But I can able to say in real time, occasionally we are going to use this service. Because there are some kind of limitations on the FAS, and because of those limitations, what is going to happen? We are going to use this service occasionally as part of our real-time projects. We are not going to use it in the regular way. So here I can able to say the AWS, we are having the PaaS service called as Lambda. Lambda is the one of the PaaS service which we are having in the AWS. And coming to GCP side, we are having the cloud functions. So coming to GCP side, we are going to use the cloud functions. Coming to AWS side, we are going to use the Lambda. So these all are the called as nothing but FAS service, or we can call it as a function as a service. Okay, in the same way.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, please.
Once we given the code to FAS, then what's the next step? What's our output?
So whatever the code you written here, for example, you are writing some code to display the data or to load the data or to read the data from the file and to write the data into database system. That is the output it will throw. So for example, in this Python code, you are writing some code to read the data from your file and write the data into a table only. So if I am going to give this code to the FAS, automatically what will happen? After 5 minutes, your code is going to complete. After that, if you are going to open your database system, in the database system, what we can able to see, whatever the data you want to load, that data you can able to see in our database system. Okay, which is nothing but just we are given the code as an input to the FAS. In this code, whatever the code you have written and whatever the functionality you build, all the functionality will take care of your FAS. Okay, you are asking the question, what is the output we can able to see? Output is depending on what? Depending on your code. Whatever the thing you written in the code, based on that, it will give the output. For example, I am writing the code, read the data from your file, write the data into the database system. That is the code I have written. Now, once we are going to deploy this Python code in the FAS, what is going to happen? After 5 minutes, it is going to say your job is completed. What it means indirectly? We need to go to the respective database system and we need to see that whether data loaded into the table or not. If you are going to see that table, you can able to see that data once this Python code is running properly on top of your FAS service. Is it clear?
It's like a normal software, right? Like we are using SQL. SQL also we are giving the code, but it's
you are in the SQL, you are given the code, but if you want to run the SQL, what need to happen? You need to install the database and you need to have the credentials and all these things, right? But here, are we installing any software in the FAS service? We are not installing anything. You don't need to worry about any kind of software. If you are given the Python code, it can automatically understand this is the Python code. If you are given the any Java code, it can able to understand that is the Java code. Your FAS service automatically can understand what type of code it is or what type of language it is. Based on that, it will take care of all the execution activities automatically by using our this cloud service.
Okay.
Coming back to your example, you are saying that we are doing the same activity by using the SQL. But tell me, if you want to run the SQL, what we need to do here manually? First, we need to install the software, which is nothing but our MySQL software, our example. And after that, we need to do some kind of basic admin activities. Then only what we can do, we can able to trigger our SQL queries. But coming to FAS service, are we doing all those activities, installation or admin activities only? No. Just we are deploying the code. Once we are deploying the code, automatically your FAS service will take care of execution of the things and execution of the code and loading the things. All the things will taken care by your FAS service as part of our cloud system.
Sir, one more thing here.
Yes.
So in FAS service, we have written the Python code. Okay. Within the Python code, we are using any SQLs, means it will take care of everything.
Anything and everything. So whatever the things we are using in the Python code. In the Python code, for example, you are given the statement called as import SQL. Or in the Python code, you are giving some other operations. Okay. Whatever the language, whatever the libraries we are using in the Python code, all those things will taken care automatically by using your FAS service.
So what's the use of the development services? Sorry, SaaS, all those things. Because within the FAS only we are using everything.
Now, what I'm telling here, in the real time, occasionally we are going to use this service because we are having some kind of limitations.
Limitations. Okay.
Because of limitations. That's the reason only I know some people will write this question. If FAS only giving all the things, then why we are having the other services only? That's the reason earlier what I told you, in the real time, occasionally we are going to use this service. What is the reason? Because of the limitations. Okay, there are some kind of limitations. Those limitations we are going to cover as part of our coming classes. Because of those limitations only, what is happening here? Occasionally we are using the FAS. Okay, but in the real time, mostly we are going to use the database as service or big data as service in our real time projects as a cloud data engineer. But coming to FAS, occasionally we are going to use by depending on our requirement. Immediately some people will ask the question, sir, in what kind of situations we are going to use the FAS? We'll cover all those topics as part of our coming classes. And someone is asking the question, if FAS is only giving all the things, then why we are using the remaining services? What I'm telling here, because of the limitations, we are not using the FAS regularly. What are those limitations that we are going to cover as part of our coming classes?
Clear, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, in the same way, IoT services, and if I are going to discuss about the same thing, here also what I will say, If a service is providing the IoT operations, that kind of service only we can call it as a IoT service. So no need to spend the much amount of time on the remaining things, because once you understand all these things in the database as service, what they're providing, database. In the big data as service, what they're providing, big data. In the storage as service, what they're providing, storage. In the same way, in the IoT service, what they're going to provide, IoT. Okay, in the same way here, MLS service, what they're going to provide, ML. In the container service, what they're going to provide, containers, which is nothing but if they're providing the ML by default as a service, that only we are calling it as a MLS service. If they're providing the IoT, that only we are calling it as a IoT as service. If they're going to provide the containers, that only we are calling it as a containers. But tell me, as a cloud data engineer, in the real time, are we going to use these three services? Yes or no? Any guesses? See here, we won't use these two only, but we are going to use the container as a service for the purpose of the deployment activities and other activities. We are going to use the containers as a service. So this is the one more service we are going to cover as part of our coming classes, but we are not going to discuss about the ML service and IoT service, because we are not going to perform any ML activities, or we are not going to perform any kind of the IoT activities. But we are going to perform the deployment activities in the real time. For that reason, you should have some knowledge about the containers as a service. That is the one more topic we are going to cover as part of our coming classes in detail. Okay. Any questions on all these services, please ask me.
What about security?
So security will come by default. For that, we don't have any kind of separate services. We are going to get the security by default in the AWS. So for that, we are going to use the one thing called as a IAM. So by using the IAM, we are going to provide all the kind of restrictions and everything we are going to perform. And with that, we can able to get the security automatically. Okay. Any other questions so far up to here?
So what is cluster, sir? Cluster.
Cluster is nothing but combination of multiple servers. For example, if you are going to maintain the single server, or for easy understanding, I can able to say, if you are going to maintain the single machine, okay, it's not a cluster, but whenever we are going to maintain the multiple servers together, or whenever we are going to maintain the multiple machines together, such kind of system only we can call it as a cluster. Again, that is a separate topic which we are going to cover in the big data in the detailed way. Just now at the high level, try to understand whenever we are going to maintain the multiple machines together, or whenever we are going to maintain the multiple servers together, that only we can able to call it as nothing but cluster. Is it clear?
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what is API?
Sorry?
What is API, sir?
API. Have you used the terminology here anywhere? No, right? But coming to your question, I can able to say API is nothing but application programming interface, and it is a kind of a middle layer between your source and target. With the help of the API, we can able to perform the operations. It's a kind of a communication layer between our source and target, in the simple words. Okay. Any other questions so far up to here?
Sir, in real-time projects, we won't install anything, right, sir? Only as per our requirement, admins will install, like.
Yes,
And,
exactly. So we won't install anything in real-time projects. For example, earlier I mentioned that clusters, and in the real time, we are not going to create any kind of clusters. Your cloud will take care of all the things automatically. But only thing is nothing but we need to provide some kind of basic inputs. Okay. And one more thing, in the real time, we are not going to install any kind of things, or we are not going to perform any kind of the infra related activities. But if you want to perform the practice on cloud, who need to do all these activities? To perform the practicals yourself. Okay, if you want to perform the practice during our classes, we need to do some kind of activities on the infra side, or we need to perform some activities on the platform side, or we need to perform some activities on the software side. That's the reason we are trying to discuss about all those kind of topics. But if you are going to work in the real time, so we are not going to perform those activities, infra related activities. In the real time, who will take care of the infra related activities? Your DevOps team will take care of the infra related activities as part of our real time projects. Is it clear? Okay. Any other questions?
Sir, actually, are we going to cover like brief about that Kafka or something like that in real time, like how we are doing?
If somebody is asking about, are we going to discuss about the Kafka only? Yes, we are going to discuss about the Kafka. This is a kind of a real streaming. Actually, from the this is a kind of a third-party application, but coming to GCP, we are having a service called as a PubSub, and this is also we are using it for the streaming. So we are going to cover the PubSub and we are going to cover the Kafka. These two are for the streaming applications.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, these Kafka services are like developed in GCP or different, sir?
No,
third party.
we need to write the code manually for this. So when we are
Okay.
going to discuss about Kafka, at that point of time, we discuss about in
Okay.
detail how we are going to use the Kafka.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions, offline people?
Sir, is data fusion important?
Your voice is breaking and unable to understand.
Sir, data fusion is important.
Data fusion is important. But tell me here, are we discussing about any of these topics? We are not discussing about any course content only. So that we'll discuss separately. So if you're going to say data fusion is important, some other person will say data prep is important. Some other person will say data composer is important. Everything is important if you want to learn, but we need to think about from the real-time perspective, in the real time, what we are going to use. Okay. So based on that, we will discuss about the topics as part of our classes. Okay. Any other questions so far? Okay. If no questions, just I want to give a small instruction to you, Andy. Now, we are going to start GCP account setup. Actually, here we are having the old people, old batch students, and new batch students. So coming to old batch students, I am assuming that already you are having the GCP accounts and already you know about the GCP account process, Andy. But if you want to listen it one more time, you can stay here. But if you don't want, so just I want to save your time, I'm telling. So if you don't want to listen that topic, so you can able to leave now and we can meet again at 11:45. At 11:45, we'll discuss about again our database concepts, Andy. But from now onwards, in the next 30 or 40 minutes, what is the topic we are going to discuss? We are discussing about the setting up our GCP account. Okay. If anyone want to leave, I will give 1 minute of time. You can leave. Otherwise, if you want to stay back, you can stay back. Online people, for you also I'm telling, if you want to listen the GCP account setup process, please stay. Or if you know about this process already, you can drop if you want. Just I'm giving the 1 minute of time. After 1 minute, don't leave the class in between. That's the reason I'm giving the 1 minute of time. If you want, you can leave now.
Sir, I have a question here.
Yes, please.
This account will be for 84 days, right? I mean, the credits which they are giving to
This is
us.
for 90 days, Andy. Whatever the free account which we are going to create, they are going to provide the 90 days of free trial.
Actually, what happened here is for me, till August end, I have the limit, but the credits are already being completed.
Then you need to go. You need to create the one more account.
Sir, where we can see this, how many more days are there?
Yeah, you can able to see the billing, Andy. So actually, in the left side, you can able to see the billing option. If you click on that billing, there you can able to see how many credits are pending and how many days are pending. All this information you can see there.
Oh, okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
If we are not using also, will that get expired? Though we have the limit.
No, see, number of days will expire automatically, right? And coming to credits will expire only based on the usage of it.
I haven't used much. I just created 2 buckets and then in data flow.
Might be you created the cluster and you forgot to stop or you forgot to remove the cluster, and that's the reason only all the credits will be completed. See, when in the cloud, whenever we are going to create any services or whenever we are going to create any kind of clusters or whenever we are going to use any kind of services, we need to stop it or we need to remove it after completion of our practice. Otherwise, what will happen on the back end, automatically it will charge the things and based on that only your credits are completed. Without using it won't complete anything.
Sir, like GCS and also tables, it won't charge, right?
Right.
By using.
It won't charge, but my suggestion is if you are not using that, if you have completed your practice, better to remove all those things.
Oh, okay, okay. So we should empty at the end of the day.
Better. That's the reason.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. All are settled. Now see here, as I told you yesterday, Andy. So if you want to create the GCP account, what are the prerequisites? First one, you should have your Gmail account. Second one, you should have credit card or debit card with international transaction access. So you should have the Gmail account and you should have the credit card or debit card with the international transaction access, because as part of creating the GCP account only, it will ask the credit card and debit card details. So that's the reason you need to have the Gmail account and you need to have the credit card or debit card with the international transaction access. Is it clear? Okay. I hope everyone is having all these two. So please follow the steps here, whatever I'm trying to explain. Okay, so please open any browser. Better you can go with the Google Chrome only. In the Google Chrome, please give this URL console.cloud.google.com. Then the first step, just give this URL. So once you given the URL here, it is asking you to log in and so just I will remove all these things also. One second. Just 1 second. So this is the URL. If you want it, just type it. https console.cloud.google.com. Okay. So what I'm telling here, just you need to take this URL and give in the browser, click on enter. So once you click on enter, what is happening here? It is asking you your Gmail ID and so please provide your Gmail ID. And after that, click on next. So in my case, I'm giving this Gmail ID from my side. So this is the Gmail ID I'm giving. Click on next. So once you click on the next, what is happening here? It is asking the password. Just give it as your password. Click on next. Okay. So now once you log in, here we can able to see the window like this, Andy. Hope everyone came to this window. No? Okay, we'll wait for 1 minute. Yeah, she is our lab assistant, Andy. If you are facing any kind of issues, she can guide you. Okay, please take help of her. Hope everyone came up to this page. Yeah. Can you repeat the URL? This is the URL. You can type it. Are you able to see? You want me to zoom in?
Yes, we are able to see.
This is the URL. And once you given the user ID and password, you should see this page. And once you came to this page, Andy, so please see your Gmail ID one more time here, because generally what will happen is in our systems, we are logging with the multiple Gmail IDs. Okay. So sometimes what will happen is whatever the Gmail ID you want to use, instead of that, here you can able to see the some other Gmail ID. That's the reason, just to verify by using which Gmail ID account you want to create the cloud. Here, if you don't want to use this Gmail ID, if you want to switch to other Gmail ID, please click on the switch account and you can give the new Gmail ID. But if you are seeing your own Gmail ID here, then no need to worry about other steps. Done, right? Okay. Now just give the country as India only, and coming to terms and service, just enable this checkbox, click on that. And after that, click on agree and continue. So in this window, just I'm doing the two activities only. Checkbox, clear. Select this checkbox. I agree the terms and services. After that, click on agree and continue. Okay. Now after this, in this page, either you can click on the try for free or you can click on the start free only. Both are same only. By depending on your choice, you can click on either try for free or click on the start free. Just I'm clicking on the try for free. Click on try for free. So everyone should get this page. Step 1 of 2 account information. Everyone should get step 1 of 2 account information. Here again, please cross verify your Gmail ID, because once we are going to create the account with this Gmail ID and later we cannot able to change the Gmail ID. That's the reason. If you want, please cross verify your Gmail ID one more time. Okay. Now next step, here we need to give the country. So give the country as India only. After that, here it is asking what best describes your organization needs. Here give it as simply other. Don't think about much. What is the mid-size company, small company, startup? All those are not required for us only. What you can do, just give it as a other. Country India. Next option, we need to give it as a other. After that, enable the checkbox. 3 things. Country, what best describes, here we are giving it as a other. Third one, just enable the checkbox. After that, just click on the continue. So if you see, once you click on the continue, you will come to this page, step 2 of 2 payment information verification. If anyone is facing the issue in the step 1, please let me know. Otherwise, we can discuss about the step 2. Step 2 of 2 payment information. This is the page you will get. Sorry. You can try it once. If it is working well and good, otherwise you need to get the other part. Okay. Here in the account type, just click on the account type. Here you need to select the individual. This is one change we need to perform. In the account type, what we need to select? We need to select the individual. By default, we are having it as a business only. We need to change it to the individual. Account type, we need to give it as a individual. Okay. After that, here you need to give the payment method information. Here you need to add your card number. So please add your card numbers. This one. So if you click on this, you have the pen symbol. Now just click on this pen symbol. Once you click on the pen symbol, after that you can see the drop down option. In the drop down, you can see give it as an individual. You're not seeing that? I didn't get that. Okay, here you need to provide the credit cards information. Whatever the credit card or debit card you are having, you need to provide that information. And third one, if you see here, we are having the one more field called as a tax information only. In that tax information, click on that. Give the tax status as unregistered individual. In the tax information, just to give it as a unregistered individual. Yeah, you need to provide the address details, Andy. So see, actually, if you, just 1 minute, Andy. Here I'm not giving any credit card details or debit card details because already I'm having the account on my debit card or credit card. That's the reason I am not giving any details here. But if you are given the credit card or debit card details, after that it will ask the address details. Okay. Your credit card or debit card is present on the whatever the address. Please try to give the same address. Not completely same. At least try to give the 50% of the same address. Once you added the credit card or debit card details here, it will ask the address details. In the address details, please provide the address of your credit card or debit card. You should not match 100%. At least try to match it with the 50%. Okay. So see here, whomever forgot to bring the laptop or whomever not doing this activity parallelly with me, Andy, I will share this document to you after completion of the class. What you can do here, you can able to see everything with the screenshots and everything with the detailed step-by-step option. So first step, what we have done, we logged into this URL by giving the username and password. After that, we clicked on the terms and services. We clicked on the agree and continue. After that, we clicked on the try for free option. After that, it is coming to the step 1 of the 2 account information. Here we need to give the India and next we need to give the other. Then we need to click on the continue. Once we click on the continue, it is coming to this page. In this page, we need to provide the account type. You need to provide your credit card and debit card details. And you need to click on the, you need to provide the address details. After that, please click on the start my free trial. Please click on start my free trial. Please click on start my free trial. Okay. So once you click on the start my free trial, Andy, it will ask you your CV security code, or we are calling it as a CVV. In back side of your credit card or debit card, you can able to see your security code, or you can able to see the CVV information. Please enter and click on OK. Give your security code, or we are calling it as a CVV. After that, just click on the continue. For some credit cards or debit cards, it won't ask the CVV, and if it is not asking, you can ignore it. But if it is asking, please provide the security code or CVV, then click on continue. Now, once you click on the continue, then you can get a pop-up like this. What is the pop-up here? Complete the transaction. This is the pop-up you are going to get. On this pop-up, just click on the continue. Once you given the security code or CVV, after click on the continue button, it is going to give one pop-up called as complete the transaction. In that pop-up, just click on the continue button. Any issues anyone facing? If you are facing any issues, please raise the hand, and with that she can able to provide the help to you. Is she? Chandrale, she is facing issues. Okay, after click on the continue. After click on the continue only, you will get a OTP. So please enter the OTP and click on the submit. So here we need to provide the security code. After that, we need to click on continue. Then it will pop up a message like this, complete the transaction. There, click on the continue again. After that, you need to enter the OTP details wherever it is asking. After that, click on the submit. Okay, after entering the OTP details, once you click on the submit button, it will give this kind of pop-up message for some people only. So please listen here, just 1 minute. So once you are going to provide the OTP, once you are going to click on the submit button, some people will get this kind of page. Some people will get the other kind of page. So this kind of page will come whenever is there some kind, if there are some kind of issues with your account, or if there is some kind of issues with your payment, then this kind of page will come. Then just you need to click on the proceed for verification. For some people, this pop-up won't come because those people are not having any kind of issues. For some people, out of 10, I can able to say 1 or 2 people or 2 or 3 people can able to get this kind of pop-up only. Then what they need to do here, just they need to click on the proceed to verification. If you are not getting this kind of pop-up, no need to worry. If you are not getting this pop-up, what it means, you successfully completed your transaction. If anyone came to up to this page, please let me know.
My billing information is done, but it's asking for questions. Hello.
Sir, I think you are on mute.
Online people, anyone facing any issues? Actually, once you completed this OTP, given OTP, and once you click on the submit, it will open one more page. In that page, it will ask some questions like this, Sandy. What best describes your organization? Simply, you can give it as a other. And after that, it will you can able to see the multiple services, which services you want to use. There you can select any service and any service. Just they're asking some kind of inputs from you. What are the services you want to use as part of using the cloud? There you can give data analytics or data artificial intelligence, like this. You can give anything, Andy, so it won't create any kind of problem to you, but just try to select either one or two services from there. What services you want to use, there give it as a data analytics or artificial intelligence, or you can give any kind of service. After that, at the end, it will ask what describes your role. There you can see option called as a data engineer. Please give this. There you can able to see the option called as a data engineer. Please give that. After giving all these inputs, click on next. After giving all these things, please click on next. Did anyone receive this page? Proceed to verification. Online people, anyone receive this page? Oh, nice. All the people have succeeded. Please raise the hands. How many people came to this page? You came to 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice.
This is Prahlada. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Sir, able to hear? Right? Hello.
Yes, you are able to hear.
Sir, are you there? Hello, sir.
Okay. Just 1 minute, Andy. Please focus here. So once you completed all the steps here, you can able to Okay. So once you completed all the steps, here you can able to see the page like this. Your name you can able to see, welcome, your name, something you can able to see that. After that, in the left side, if you see the top here, you can able to see the 4 lines and please click on that. Just click on that. And there you can able to see one option called as a billing. Please click on that. Left side corner, click on this navigation menu. After that, click on the billing. Once you can click on the billing, here you can able to see other page, next page. Okay, if any windows are open like this, please close all those windows and these windows are not required. Okay, just scroll down. In the below, you can able to see the information here. What is the account we created? Free trial account. Here you can able to see how much money they created. This is a free trial account. They are given the $300 to you only. So currently today, whatever the US dollar price is there, based on that, it will calculate the values. After that, here you can able to see the number of days are remaining for your account. So actually you can see it as a 90 or 91, but for me it is showing it as a 78 because I created this account few days back. Okay. Once you are seeing this information, which is proving that you created your GCP account. Okay. So please follow all these steps.
Yeah, once completed this trial period, so we have to
see once once this, for example, these credits are going to complete, or once this number of days are going to complete, then what will happen? Whatever the services you created, all those services will go automatically, and that time onwards, if you are going to create any other services, and from that time onwards, we need to pay the money. But by default, Google will not charge any kind of money or will not debit any money from your account or from your debit card. It will send a reminder to you saying that your credits are over. You want to start the charging on your debit card. If we are going to say it as a yes, then only they are going to start the debiting the money from your credit card or debit card. If you are not going to say yes, they won't debit any money from your account. That's the reason, without having any kind of worries, we can give the credit or debit card information while creating the account. Don't worry that after completion of this 24,000, will they charge automatically? They won't charge anything automatically, Andy. But what is going to happen after completion of this 24,000 rupees? You cannot able to create the new services by using this free account. Then what we have to do? We need to create some new account. But by completion of this class, mostly this 24,000 rupees will suffice for you for the purpose of doing practice or for the purpose of learning all the cloud data engineering related activities.
So what happened to this account? Whether it is still active or
no, it will be still active only. So for example, yes, sorry. It would be active only, but you cannot able to create any services because of not having the money. You need to accept that service and terms, whatever the mail they are going to send. Once we are going to say yes, then onwards again you can able to create the services if you want. But from that time, whenever you are going to say yes, what will happen? From that time onwards, you are going to charge from your debit or credit card. They are going to debit the money.
Sir, I'm just getting this message on the screen. Complete this transaction. I mean, after you're done, you may see a small charge to your credit card. This is temporary and will be refunded. Can I click on continue?
Yes, madam. You can click on continue. So actually, they are saying that 2 rupees will debit from your account, but after 1 week, within 1 week or within 2 weeks, you will get those 2 rupees again.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I hope no one is facing any kind of issues, Andy. So hope everyone is completed all the setup. So this is your GCP account is created. So from tomorrow onwards, by using this GCP account, we are going to do the practicals and everything. At the same time, after some time, I will share this document to each and everyone. If anyone not completed your GCP account creation, by following this document, please try to complete this activity. With that, from tomorrow onwards, we can able to start our practice. Okay. Thank you, team. Thank you all.